Welcome back to another week's vlog. We're here again. I am literally looking at right into the gherkin as it stands. I'm filming a corporate today at a bank in the city in London. If you don't know what the city is, it's like an area of East London where all the big banking corporate firms are. It's what an awful beginning to a video. I've just choked so badly on my own spit. Do you ever do that? Anyway, we're out for another week. I've just set up my kit. I'm waiting to go. I've just been talking to some of the crew who actually know from other jobs, and they've all been saying how bad the industry is at the moment. And I said, oh look, that's why I want my company to go down more of a corporate route like what we're doing today instead of TV, because I feel like that's where the money is now. And they were like, nope, that's not where the money is now, because it used to be, and it is if you're still doing commercials. But the problem is the people from commercials are going down a peg and doing more corporate shoots like this, like within banking, and you know, promo videos or internal like PR videos, or with pharmaceutical companies or whatever it might be. So they're coming down to do that, so they're taking pay cuts to kind of do those because there isn't as much commercials. And then the lower echelons, like the real low rungs, a lot of the companies are just buying their own camera equipment and paying a guy out of college to do it. So, and definitely not having hair and makeup because they haven't got a budget for that. And also it's really hard being a hair and makeup artist in these roles because it's mostly for men, so it's really hard to prove that it's worth having us here and that we can change our rates to fit in with whatever you need, because most men go, oh, I don't need makeup, whereas they really do need makeup, probably more than women. So that's the fight I've always got on my hands. So I don't really know the answer to that and how to kind of move forward with those things. I'm sure if you're watching this, you might work for a company, and if you ever do any promotional videos or headshots for your team or adverts or anything like that within your company, please let me know, because I'm always looking for ways into different companies and brands. Anyway, but that's what I'm doing today. We had a really late start. In fact, this morning I've just put up another video on YouTube called Why I Hate My Job. So please go and watch that. But this is going to be back to normal, another week of vlogging. It's Monday today. I was actually working on Saturday. I did a wedding on Saturday, which was the end of my last video you would have seen. But this week's really varied, some corporate, some TV, and a couple of podcasts, but all quite easy, short days. And I'll take you with me for all of them. Aren't you blessed? I've also got a new powder I'm using today, a new YSL loose translucent powder. Massive packaging for what it is, but it looks good on my kit.
Oh yeah, which is...
Good morning. I'm coming to you from a very rainy London, which I was so surprised to see when I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. At 3 a.m. I woke up, tossed and turned, got up, ate something, and that was it, game over. I never went back to sleep again. Never went back to sleep again. I feel like hell, and it was annoying because today I'm in hospital for some pain management appointments, and in fact I'm right here now. Is this the right doorway? I can never remember which one it is. I think it's this one. My hospital's right outside the Houses of Parliament, which is quite cool. And then I'm going to work, and these injections I have in my head are not for the weak. And I can tell you I feel very weak today. It's also raining. Did I tell you that already? I'm so tired I can't even talk properly. So anyway, there you go, there's Big Ben, there's the House of Parliament, and there's me going into the clinic, which I probably won't be able to film in. The good news is it's really close to home, so I'm going to go back home after this and not do what I need to do, but instead maybe try and get some sleep before I start work at 5. While I'm home, that was uncomfortable, but actually not as bad as the first time I had it done, because instead of the anaesthesia going in with the bigger injections, it was just the Botox. But I've had a lot of them. Can you see the lumps? Oh, my whole head is all lumpy. But it was really quick. The nurse, well, the doctor was really nice, and they had training nurses in as well. But my tiredness is just really stopping me working, stopping my brain working today. And I think the pain from that and having that done, it sends you in a bit of an adrenaline shock. And now I'm having a bit of a, I feel so weird, to be honest. On the way home, I went to the post office to post some birthday presents because I just had to get it done, and I had them with me. So I mean, it's not urgent, but I always think if you've got them ready and done, just get them out. and just to buy some food and run some errands. But I live so close to St Thomas's Hospital on Westminster Bridge that I was there and back within, what time is it now? 12:10. Considering I ran errands and went to the post office. What time did I leave here? Well, literally I'm there and back in 2 hours, including the appointment, which is pretty good. And there was a bus just coming as I left, so I'm trying to keep hydrated. I also managed to find some new chili crunch, which I put on top of cottage cheese if you want any protein ideas, and then dip carrots or hummus or peppers or anything into it. Alright, I'm gonna go because I'm not talking very well, but I'll see you later when I get ready for the one show. Wow, my hair is in pin curls, I have makeup on, and I'm just putting some mascara on because I'm about to leave the house, and it's actually stopped raining now, but it has been like thunderstorming like no other. Like last week's heat wave never existed. And what I really want to do after today is take that as a sign to be cozy, no FOMO about going out, and just stay in and watch a film. But alas, I'm going to work. So I have no idea how these are going to turn out, but I'm not going to risk them at all until I get to work, because I just know this dampness will make them drop. I was going to put lashes on actually, but I haven't got time now because there seems to be some kind of tube strike in London that I haven't heard and didn't know about. And I mean, I would always getting the bus anyway, but it sort of made it look like it's 62 minutes on the bus, so I have to go now. Oh my god, like I left the house and it was sunshine, blue skies, and then all the way on the bus as I was coming into town it was looking darker and darker, and I thought, oh, that doesn't look good. And then of course the second I got off the bus it just poured, and I'd already taken my hair down by then. Well, oh, thanks Andrew. I'm actually, it's from my YouTube channel, but I never get any content when I'm actually doing the hair and makeup, because obviously there's no time and it's not appropriate. So all I've got is me walking into the building, me sitting here looking at the monitor, and then packing up my kit and then heading home. I've just got home and driven on the bus. It's taken ages to get back because of the tube strikes. It took ages to wait for the bus, and the bus was really slow. But anyway, just got back. I went in the shop to buy a bottle of Prosecco and a packet of crisps because I just needed a drink. The sun and the sky is so amazing, as you can imagine, at my window. But I've my friends in the pub, and I so wanted to stop and go in and, you know, have a drink with them in there. It's literally on my street. But I just knew I needed to get in, wash my makeup off and start another day, because today has been quite testing with the lack of sleep and with the injections. So I haven't really filmed or been on here very much. There's someone sitting out in the garden doing their homework, so sweet. Anyway, so I'm just kind of wrapping up for today. Denise was so lovely, so easy, but I just couldn't film anything. And that's it, that's the story of today. But we had so much time, I've even cleaned my brushes, so I just need to sort a few bits out of my kit, put some stuff in the wash, and I'm most importantly get my makeup off. And maybe drink some water.
Huh? When we come back.
Because that's the biggest thing I talk about on my socials.
Okay, yeah.
So what they buy in is
That's finished. I think working with Zoe on Motherkind is one of my favourite jobs. Sorry, I'm just inhaling food because I'm so hungry. I didn't eat this morning and it's now nearly 11. But luckily I picked up some egg thing on the way here, so I'm just wolfing that down now before I pack up, just having a moment of anyway, hair and makeup's done. She looks amazing. We had a great chat about my company and the marketing of my company and where to go forward with it. What's really interesting is that I've never been around people who are from a finance or marketing or business background. So I've had to learn everything myself, and I don't know very much. I know more than most makeup artists, I think, but it's really hard to action things without knowing if I'm doing the right thing or not, and know what to turn to for advice with it. Whereas if you're starting up a company, you've already come from that background, obviously you know where to take it. Anyway, right, I'm gonna go because someone's coming to the studio. It's raining, as you may or may not be able to tell, and this is how I'm gonna look to get the bus home. Well, as you can see, I was, well, as you don't really know this, but I got in, got comfortable, pouring with rain outside, got myself changed, put the washing machine on, got my laptop out, TV on, trying to think what to have on in the background, dink everything off, and hello little white cat, hello little white cat, goodbye little white cat, and my electric's gone. It's like, right, get back changed, get my electric card. I go out walking. I walk for about 15 minutes. I go in 3 different places, none of them doing electric. Finally found one that did. Did I have the key with me? No, I took it out. You saw me do that. I then put it in the bathroom because I went to spend a penny, and left the house without it. So I've had to walk 15 minutes back, get it, start the process all over again. So you can imagine I'm pretty peeved, but the sun is now shining and it feels good, and actually I needed to have a little walk today, so there you go. So we're going on a walk together to find electric. The only thing that is a little bit worrying is it stopped my machine halfway through. Obviously I had a wash on, so hopefully when I turn it back on, because this happens to me quite a lot, and have I learnt from it in the past? Clearly not. It will hopefully just trigger off again, or I'll just run it through again. It was only a quick wash, so whoops, lesson learned. Well, actually not lesson learned, as I've just said, because it's been 12 years of me doing this to myself. Cheers and good night. Hello. Well, I haven't spoke to you all day and I'm sorry about that. It's been busy, I've been running around, and in fact I've just rushed back to drop my stuff off because I'm going back out again tonight to like a summer exhibition or something that I've been invited to. I don't really know what it is, I just said I would go as an excuse to be a good friend and support someone, but I didn't really ask enough questions, and God, I really look like I've already had a day of it, don't I? I think I didn't powder my eyelids. Well, in fact, I know I didn't. Where's my makeup brush? Before I left earlier today, and like, can you see, like it's got, like, it's pressing back on them. Why is this always when you're in a rush? So, but luckily I've managed to push back the time of meeting a little bit so I could bring my stuff back. So it's just, I can't tell you how awful it is, like having to go anywhere extra after work with your kit, like especially if you're already kind of near to your home and you've got a chance to drop it off. It just means you can enjoy the evening so much more than getting it up and down more steps, buses, in the way of people, especially because I'm travelling in commuter time. And also I don't know this place where we're going, so when we get there it might be a case that there isn't anywhere to store the kit and I'd have to walk it around with me, which is fine, but you know, I'd rather not have that. So I do find myself always going out of my way just to get rid of it. But what I have done is pin up the back of my hair, like in just a twist, to try and save the little bit of movement that there is in it, because it's raining at the moment outside. So I've only been able to be home for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I'm hoping that was just when the rainstorm was and I can go out and avoid it again. God, I'm so thirsty. Also, what did I have to tell you? It's quite cold, I've got changed. I've been a bit today, like not feeling like in a great mood. I'm quite worried about friends. and it's like playing on my mind quite a lot. More than actually serious things that should be playing on my mind. Actually, there is one other big thing that's playing on my mind, but I can't tell you about that yet because it's huge and big and very exciting, and I can't tell you until the summer. I mean, it won't be that exciting to you, it's more exciting to me, so don't have like, tenterhooks. By the way, it is tenterhooks. Like, I heard someone say tenderhooks the other day. We have Google now, so just check it out. I don't know why that sort of thing bothers me so much. It shouldn't, but it does. Right, I think you can tell that I'm probably in a bit of a mood. I'm going to take you with me though. I know you didn't ask for it, but I think it might be interesting, so we're going to go together and we're going to get the bus there together. I mean, another reason for loving where I live, I can get the bus direct there without changing. Like, it seems to be everything I do, I can just get a bus direct to. Like, I live on the best road ever. It's got like 7 buses that take you all over London. It's amazing. Okay, right, let's go. The worst bus ride ever. I think it's taken me nearly an hour to come here, which is crazy. So I actually got off the bus thinking I'd be quicker walking, but it's so around the houses. It's not just like straight streets, which, by the way, these streets look unbelievable. But like, it's in the middle of a block, but you've got to go all the way up around the square to get back down into it. So like, I was like, oh, as the crow flies, it looks great, but look at these houses. Oh my God, see those? See the shutters? Oh, bastards.
Old school 90s.
Where are we tonight? Where are we tonight, Derek?
Cockpit's 40th birthday.
And Anushka's invited us as her +2s.
And I'm a +3.
And this is very much Derek and Anushka's world. It's their jobs, their lives. I'm like a sore thumb. And we're just looking at all these lovely sellers, jewellery, arts. Oh wow, look, London. Do you know I'm a YouTuber now? Am I the only... I know I'm not the only one who does that. Do you make that noise to scratch the inside of your throat? I know I'm not the only one, so please don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm sure people will flood to the comments and tell me they do it too. I've got my windows open, and I haven't taken a hay fever tablet. I'm also really tired, and I think like when you're tired, you've got like less tolerance for your eyes being like itchy and irritable with hay fever. Anyway, I'm just sort of finishing putting on a bit of makeup because I'm off to a job. My hair is in these like rollers, but it should have just fallen out, and I need to leave in like 5 minutes. Oh, I think I need to go and take a tablet. I don't think I can wait. Hang on. You're actually balanced on my Stanley, my favourite Stanley. Oh God, what was I saying? The reason I'm tired is because I was out last night, you saw, at that event, and actually I had a really, really bad night. And it's made me so sad that I didn't want to come and talk to you guys. But, you know, surely that's the whole point of all of this, is, you know, discussing things together and sharing my whole life and not just the good bits. This channel is a diary for me. That's why it's called Diary of a Makeup Artist. And that's including my everyday life and what happens to me. And that isn't interesting to so many people on here, and that's obviously absolutely fine. But I do want to look back on it one day, which is why I started it. So I'm trying to include everything, but of course you don't really include it. Everyone's like, well, a lot of people say on the internet you only see the good stuff, but it's like, obviously I'm not going to film myself crying in bed or like rolling around naked in bed this morning eating cookies for breakfast and a cup of tea because I was so sad, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So obviously you're not going to feature that. So anyway, don't know what I'm trying to say, but hello to a new day. We're heading off, and you're coming with me, and I've just scratched myself in the face. I just need to go.
Scheduled time of arrival of alternate.
Hello, I'm on the train. I'm trying to be quiet. It's not that busy, but still. I bought the, what's it called? Iced brown sugar shaken espresso, you know, the one that's been around for a while, which I do actually really like the taste of. And I got a medium, which is meant to be triple shot. It just tasted like milk. I just don't. It's just so. I think we all know Starbucks is. I don't know. If you're a coffee lover, which I'm not, like a connoisseur or a lover, well, I am, but not in the way that some people are. But I actually had to go into another place and buy a double espresso and pour it into the top just to feel like I had some kind of coffee, and because I'm so tired. And then I went and spilled it on my skirt. So I'm on the train. It's a 50-minute train ride to where I'm working today, and I thought I was a bit overdressed, but actually it's looking pretty grey and overcast down here. Such weird weather with not knowing. One, doing a job where you're out of the house for 12 hours, and it could be in England, in London especially, it could be like 4 different weathers in that day. And 2, because you're going on till night when it's going to be dark. You're like, I've also put in a pair of flip-flops, and I've got layers, so I've got choices, because that's how you just don't know how it's going to go. Like, I've even got a puffer coat, flip-flops, scarves, so I can go up or go down with like everything I've got on. I can take this off, I've got leggings on under here, I can take that off. But yeah, it's like you've always got to think when you're like when you're out on location as a freelancer, as a makeup artist, not only your kit, but what could I need for tomorrow. And also tomorrow I'm doing someone for their hen do, and they've just sent me a picture of what they want, which is like tons of gems and glitter. So I'm going to have to record that for you. And also remember, you need to remind me to pack tonight to take the extra gems tomorrow, because I actually don't really travel with that stuff in my bag, because it's like, why would I carry anything heavier in my case than I need to, and I don't really use it. So no, that's my little life update. Okay, there's no lift, and it's really high up. I think it's actually 3 flights to the road level. This is exactly why it really, oh god, sorry, I'm not making any sense. Really, you have to really think about where you're living and where you're moving to, because there's no way I could live somewhere like this. Look, I know you say my job's glamorous, and I'll have to agree with you, because who doesn't want to be in a mechanic's garage doing models' hair and makeup, having to clean everything because it's covered in a fine layer of black dust that just doesn't stop coming. Like, no matter how much I wipe, it's just not getting any cleaner.
Minded, so, but yeah, we just back in, and like the circus and stuff, I've had to learn fast how to do certain things.
You want the lid open on that? It's kind of
Is it okay if I have a quick...
We need a, you know, do you live there permanently then? Zero.
There's always that fear, no one's going to ask anymore.
Yeah, exactly, I know, we're just talking.
Well, she's
Crazy.
This absolute
Feel free to take a ridiculous photo.
We'll get you
I will.
pan around to the weather.
I know. We need to go bury a sausage in the garden or whatever it is.
It's going to stop raining soon.
Yeah.
They just need to get this weather out of the way. And then
These are just showers.
And like lucky we're so close to the train station, and then we're basically undercover until we get to
Yeah, that's the
brunch.
thing in
What do you think
London.
of that, guys? Turn this way a little bit.
Love it.
This is why I should always I need to start paying someone to come with me, because if you'd see me leaving that job, firstly, took a wrong turning, secondly, absolutely stomped it up a hill in South Norwood where I was near Penge to try and get to the bus with my kit in South London, like deep South London, which hasn't got any tubes. I could have got the train, but I knew there was loads of stairs at the station, so I was like, but there was a bus that was door to door, except it wasn't door to door, it was like a 15-minute walk, but I was like, that's fine. It was all uphill. Completely stanked it just so I could catch the next one. Missed it by 30 seconds. Completely out of breath, sweating, had to wait 17 minutes for another one. Basically, I did one person's hair and makeup, as you saw, but I thought it did help out the bride's lovely mum and friend at the end, but that was nothing. It was a pleasure to do. But I've just got home, and what I thought was really funny is that's taken me 5 hours to do one person's makeup. So I was there for like 2 and a bit hours maybe. Yeah, 2.5 hours. But the travel either side, crazy. Anyway, I shouldn't really be showing this. Whoops. Anyway, I thought and I've also got so hot and flustered I just threw my hair up, and it's raining on and off. Yeah, I cannot wait to get in, eat some food and just crash for a minute. So I knew I should record this now, because if I didn't, it wouldn't happen. Also, because I did a glitter look, my whole kit is a total mess, and I have so much washing and brushes, and hopefully no one's in the lift behind me. Oh no, thank God. I have so much sorting to do with my kit, but I actually don't care because I'm not working tomorrow, so that's a real relief. So I can actually eat some food and just take my clothes off. It's times like this I feel so grateful I haven't got a child, because to go home now to a really high energy environment I could not do. Even the bus home, I've been on the bus for an hour. There was obviously a child that had some kind of neurological difficulties. I don't know how to, that's probably not the right way to word it, but who was screaming every 3 seconds, like a high-pitched scream. I mean, look, poor family, poor child, but that was tough. I shouldn't even say that. A lot of the vloggers that I like to watch also do like a lot of, like, you know, what they're eating throughout the day. And this is a diary of my life, isn't it? A diary of hair and makeup artists. So, you know, what they're getting up to, you know, things outside of work or whatever. And I thought you'd really want to see, you know, what I eat after a job. That is frozen broccoli and frozen cheesy mash, which, by the way, is by Cathedral City from Iceland. It's delicious. And I'm going to chuck some protein on top. And then we're going to call it. So, welcome to Cooking with Victoria. You're so welcome. Ta-da! Thank you. Morning. I'm about to get on this train. It's the 12:52 to... Oh, I'm also about to walk into a pillar and I can't steer because I'm holding... Look, this is what I'm trying to... Like, I could have just waited and spoken to you at any other time. Oh my God, right, fuck it, I'm just going to speak to you now. I'm about to board a train to Evesham in Wiltshire for a job. I've already had a long morning, so this is going to be it's actually going to end up being something like a 16-hour day by the time I get back to London. But I've got a little coffee and a little snack, and that's kind of the only reason I got out of bed today. Gotta treat yourself, girls and boys. Hi, well, I'm here and in Evesham, but the way the trains worked out, it meant I got to here, Evesham, Wiltshire, an hour before my call time, and the drive to the location where I'm filming today is only 11 minutes away. And I would have gone straight there, but it's in the middle of an industrial park, and I didn't know whether I could get into the unit we're filming in before the crew, if there's like any location manager there ahead of us. So I didn't want to be there like first thing in the morning with nothing around it. So I thought I was probably better off actually just staying at the station. There's a seat here and it's really lovely weather, instead of heading over there. I'm so tired, everybody. I'm sorry for always, I feel like I'm just always moaning on here. Do you feel normal every day? Because I don't. I got woken up really early this morning, couldn't get back to sleep. I don't think I went to bed early enough last night. I did have a glass of wine. But also, I uploaded my YouTube video yesterday for Sunday, because I'm going to do every Sunday now. That's what I've decided my new schedule is. But now I can't remember when I started recording this vlog, and I can't remember what I've done. So I actually don't know how much I've got on here already. I don't feel like it's loads. But oh, hi birds. But this week I am quite busy actually. I'm doing something every day, little jobs. I'm also starting at Queen's, the tennis, So I think I need to watch it back and figure out where to cut it, because I don't know whether to start a new week at Queen's. Also on my social media I've started doing, which I feel really positive about, because, oh gosh, what's happening here? Because I feel like I needed, oh look, the sun's coming out, so nice, but I won't be able to open my eyes. I feel like I needed a new theme for my Instagram for like video ideas, so I did a little video asking for you guys to give me questions. Makeup, hair, life advice, questions about my life, and it's done really well. So I've now got lots of content to make. So I made a few of those before I left the house, and I've been editing on the train, which is the one good thing about not driving. Means I get some work done. Anyway, I think I need to get a taxi. I was going to wait and see if one turned up, but nothing's pulled in yet. I don't seem to have any good reception here. Just looking on the call sheet, so we get call sheets sent to us like this, and you've got to break it down. I'm just getting the address off it. Just thank God for copy paste. Honestly, copy pasting changed my life. And then I'm gonna bring up Uber and just pop that in. I don't know if there is. See, like it's not even going through. I don't know whether it's just where I'm sitting. It says I've got no reception. It says I've got reception, but nothing seems to be happening. Also, sometimes when you put an address in, when they're like on a big industrial estate, like it just doesn't recognise it. You actually just have to narrow it down to the postcode. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's picking up now. I think with our phones, don't you think we get so used to sort of like them working so snappily that when they don't, you get frustrated, which is really silly. Okay, let's pray that one comes up. I have got a number for one, so it's not the end of the world. It's ticking over. It's ticking over. Good job I'm not embarrassed about filming in public, because this is quite public. £8.96, super quick. I actually looked up to see if I could walk, but it would take about an hour, which ironically I did have, but I didn't have that much desire to walk with my suitcase. Also, I'm actually dressed because it was pouring with rain in London, so I've even got like waterproof cowboy boots on and long trousers, which is probably not really necessary. All right, look, I've got to sort this car out, and I'm starting to actually get a bit nervous about it now. I'm here. This is my makeup station for the day. Someone's office, so they've been kicked out, poor people. But yeah, this is where we're filming, and then that in there is where we're filming. This is where we're doing the hair and makeup.
Wasn't my liability. Yeah, and I lost out.
Oh, okay.
2 seconds, just do a tight of that.
Yeah.
And then you get, you can jump cut the two together.
His eye.
Okay.
Where were you for that?
So the eye, but
It doesn't need to be on a slide, but I think you did.
we did the eye here.
We are breaking for pizza. It's 7:30. It actually feels like much earlier, but that's because obviously we started later in the day. So the white coat is coming off.
That's fine, Liz. That's fine.
Well done, Tony, because we don't want any pizza spills on my nicely steamed white coat. And I'm going to clean some brushes while we've got a bit of a break as well, but it's all going really well. And also it's only 2 men, so good day for me. I'm really concerned that I smell of tuna pizza now. It was delicious though. That wasn't. That serves me right for talking while spraying IPA alcohol. Anyway, the trains unfortunately tonight are every 2 hours, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get the later one to make it work, which is, I think it's just after 10 PM. So you get back into London about 12, and then I'll get a taxi from Paddington to my home, so about 1. I actually don't feel too bad today considering this morning, but my voice is going a little bit. Any suggestions on how you clean these Makeup Forever palettes? Because I obviously spray them down with IPA and then you sort of just wipe them off your best you can, but like they like smear, they don't like look. I kind of feel like it don't, even though I know it's clean, it doesn't look pretty, but I suppose that's the problem with cream products, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure what I actually could do, which would be better, is to scrape each one out and actually put it into like more of a deep pan palette. I think the problem with this one as well is the edges are like that plastic that doesn't clean up. Anyway, I haven't really got so much to say apart from it's going well. It's the longest time I've ever spent in, gosh, I look really dark, I think I should have, well that's better. It's the longest time I've ever spent in a car accessories warehouse. Probably wouldn't pop back to one in a, like in, you know, unless under duress. But still, not complaining, nice day.
I allow 20 minutes per line.
Well, I did take Tony and the other chap to the side and I said, look, let's do a really
Jonathan trying to sleep with me vlog and Becca in the back of the car. Basically what I haven't told you and what I've missed a massive chunk of is that I actually can't see how this is related. I'm trying to figure it out and I don't think it is related, but all the trains, all 3 trains that we could have got, so there was one every 2 hours from, or there was I think one at 8:30, one at 9:30 and then not till 11:30 from Evesham station back into Paddington were all cancelled. And I just had a gut feeling that was going to happen because I'd seen about the fire and there was train station closure, so I'd already started to anticipate it, and then I didn't want it to be true, and then just as we were leaving we actually wrapped really early. I checked my phone and it was true. We couldn't get back into London. Now I am the queen of logistics and organisation in terms of transport especially, and I couldn't figure out a different way, even from surrounding towns and cities, because unfortunately from the west you are always going to come back into Paddington, and that's the thing that was shut. There was probably a way I could have maybe gone into Waterloo, possibly across country into the southwest, so through into Surrey, but I knew that would just be a lot of planes, trains and automobiles, so that's a very long way of saying that we all ended up in an Uber. It's £190, we're going to try and split it between 3, and ironically, if I didn't have a return train ticket, it would have maybe made not that much of a difference financially, but because I still would have had to get a taxi from Paddington to home, which still would have been £25 to £30. So anyway, at least we're safe and we're on the way. But there's been a huge fire in London in a recycling plant near Bermondsey, which is about 2 miles from my house. So no doubt I would have seen it. Well, I definitely would have seen it if I was home, because apparently you can see it across the whole of London skyline now. Because obviously that is a lot of plastic and paper and everything going up into the air, so not good. But yes, we are now we were on the M4, but we've been diverted off into the A313, which isn't good. So I don't really know what's going on with London tonight, but we're not having the most smoothest of journeys. And it's now 11:15 and it looks like we're going to get back. Probably we're going to drop off on the way and probably get back to around about midnight. So let's hope things are nice and quiet tomorrow morning and I get a lie-in, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, so I thought I'd update you, and I'll probably speak to you tomorrow now, because I am not only losing battery but losing the compass mentis. See you in the morning. Morning. I'm just actually outside Bivenden in just off the Brompton Road. Weirdly, somewhere I've never been. Not weirdly, not that weird that I haven't been there. It's quite expensive. But I sorry, I can't even concentrate on what I'm saying to you because I keep looking at how insane I look. I've got my hair in. Ugh. Bear with me. My screen is really smeary, isn't it? I can see that it is. I don't know whether it's my screen that the lens is smeary or my monitor is smeary. But just brushing out my hair, I thought I'd try and set it in the car a little bit, and it's come out quite well, I think. I don't look as insane anymore. Anyway, before I pull up, because we're really close now, look, I've got to do these messages. I'm sorry, I cannot get off my phone today. It is not a good day. I have so many emails and WhatsApps to reply to. What was I going to say about last night? We got in back to London, I guess about 12:30 I got to my home. I can't remember if I told you that. And then by the time I got in, sorted myself out, I went to sleep about 2 AM. Woke up at 6, but I managed to get back to sleep until about 9, and now I'm on the way to work, and that was a bit of a rush because I shouldn't have slept in that late. I should have been up about 8:30. So anyway, I don't feel too bad. Last day on this commercial today. Sun is shining. I have to crack on with these messages before I get to work. Part of it is solicitor stuff, so I need to get it done.
Yeah, but is it like also, you know, you're young, you're like, of course you don't want to go down, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it tomorrow, you know? Like it's...
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm all done with the 2 actors, except I am now going in to be an extra. I think I'd probably rather not, but we're going with it, we're going with it. We're all in lab coats, so I'm just doing a bit of That's a wrap, I'm done. Earlier finished than we thought. It was about 5:45, and it was when we were wrapping it after 7, so the only problem is I'm right in rush hour now. I am all packed up, so I'm going to try and get an Uber, but I think it's going to take a while, but that's fine. That's fine, because I need to get home and get some stuff done when I get home. Morning, look, the sun is shining through, so pretty. Just putting the coffee on. Sunrise, because it's super early. It is super duper early. It's only about 5:30. Morning, because it's so early, I decided to do one. By the way, that's the perfume I've just put on, which I love if you love berries or fresh smells. Oh, hay fever. I decided not to put much makeup on today. Am I a bit blurry? I know I get those awful lines in this when I've got my curtains behind me. But now I see myself in the mirror, I think, oh, I wish I've got my eyeliner on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a moot point because the taxi's about to come. It's 5:45, so I need to run out the door. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Checking in.
No, just going to see a client. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hi, I'm back and I'm washing brushes. Well, that was an experience, and I'll tell you why. I had half an hour, in fact a little bit less, to unpack, do hair and makeup and repack. And of course, that is on someone you've never met before. And even though I was given a brief and I saw a photo, it was a very small brief, you know, just 3 lines and a photo from Google. And you know, in those situations, the person, you know, requests to be, you know, quiet to get ready for their day, which I love. So we were in silence, which is great. But you do sort of have to ask questions, but also that person, I mean, about the hair and makeup, but also that person doesn't really sort of necessarily know the answer to those questions. So all you can say is, does this look right? Is this how you like to wear it? Do you require to take a lipstick with you for the rest of the day? You know, like just things like that. And it's just, I don't know, it's just hard to think, you know, are you, you know, hard to know if you're doing a good job, if they're happy. And you just feel fraught the whole time. Also, when I got there, someone was meant to be meeting me in the lobby, but they were late. So then I was like, so then I messaged them saying, you know, what is the room number? Should I go straight up? And then I had to wait for them. And yeah, it was, yeah, not as streamlined as I would hope. But you just, and also because I was covering for a friend, you just want it to be perfect for to make sure it's good results back for the friend. Anyway, I'm so tired now. But the good news is it's 8:30 in the morning. And I'm home already. But I'm so dog tired, like head in pain. I think I was gonna like go straight out for a walk and get stuff done, but I think
I just need to wash my makeup off and go to bed maybe, just for a couple of hours. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll just like get back up and like crack on with work and stuff, see if that works. I don't know. God, I hope it went alright. The lady I was dealing with was actually a billionaire as well, so you know, the teams around her, I think sometimes, you know, it's just different in those situations, isn't it, than just dealing with somebody directly. Not in a bad way, just a logistical way. It's just like a morning of pure anxiety. Anyway, stress.
Well, did I have a nap? Yes, after that I did, and I do feel a bit better. Have I been out for a walk? My friends. No, I have not. I've been sitting on this bed, answering and replying to 200 WhatsApps. I've not even started my emails yet. It's like nearly 7 o'clock. I've edited this. I've done my socials for the day. I've done my newsletter for next week for the agency. I've replied to emails. But I've yet again managed to put off like really important things, like the marketing person that's working for me. Like I always think every day, like try and do something. And then I'm like, well, that's not the priority right now. So do the other thing. And anyway, but the priority was getting this out to you. And look, also, why don't I say my goodbyes when I've got makeup on? What I always edit and then I'm like, I haven't said goodbye to them. So thank you for watching, and I was going to say, can you please like and subscribe, but I always feel really terrible saying that because you don't have to, but it would make such a difference to me. What essentially I'm doing is trying to run 12 businesses at the moment, but none of them are really paying. So could we just do YouTube instead? And then that just pays me, and then I won't do the rest. I can just talk to you all the time. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.